gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Today we're diving into a big topic, how to find and win government contracts. It sounds intimidating, doesn't it?
Absolutely, but it's not as mysterious as people think. The process is detailed, but manageable with the right approach.
Let's start with the basics. Why are government contracts so attractive to businesses?
For one, they're stable. The government is a reliable client, and contracts can be quite lucrative and long-term.
Plus, there's a wide range of opportunities, right? From janitorial services to tech solutions. Almost every industry can find something.
Exactly. It's not just for huge corporations either. Small businesses have a fair shot thanks to set-asides and special programs.
Set-asides? That's a term I hear a lot. What does it actually mean?
It means certain contracts are reserved specifically for small businesses or businesses that meet specific criteria like minority-owned or veteran-owned.
So if you fit into one of those categories, you might have less competition.
Right, but you still have to be proactive. The first step is registering your business. Without that, you can't even get started.
Registering can sound daunting. Is it just about filling out forms?
It's more than that. You need to get a DUNS number, register with SAM.gov, and sometimes state-specific systems, too.
SAM.gov is like the government's main directory for vendors, isn't it?
That's correct. Once you're in, agencies can find your business and you can search for available contracts.
I've heard people say the registration process is the hardest part. Do you agree?
Honestly, yes. There are a lot of acronyms and steps, but once you're through, things get easier.
Let's talk about actually finding contracts. Where do people look?
The main source is SAM.gov. It lists most federal contracts. Some states have their own portals for local opportunities.
Are there any other resources for businesses to stay updated?
Yes, agencies often post upcoming opportunities on their websites. There are also alert services that notify you of relevant bids.
That's handy. It could save time sifting through endless listings, but SAM.gov will provide that same service free.
Definitely. And don't forget networking events. Government agencies host industry days and pre-bid meetings.
So showing up and shaking hands still matters, even with all this technology.
Absolutely. Building relationships with procurement officers can give you insights you won't find online.
Let's say you find a contract that fits. What's the next step?
You need to carefully read the solicitation. Every contract has unique requirements. Missing even one detail can disqualify you.
That sounds stressful. Is there a trick to reading those dense documents?
I like to break it down section by section. Make a checklist of all requirements before you start writing your proposal.
So, organization is key. How important is pricing in these contracts?
Very important. Your pricing needs to be competitive, but also realistic. The government loves value, but they're wary of bids that seem too low.
Too low? That sounds counterintuitive.
If your bid is much lower than others, agencies might question your ability to deliver. They worry about buying trouble.
That makes sense. It's like if someone offered to build your house for half the going rate, you'd be suspicious.
Exactly. The government wants the best deal, not just the cheapest.
What about the proposal itself? Any tips for making it stand out?
Follow the instructions to the letter. Answer every question and don't include unnecessary information.
So, it's not the time for flowery language or marketing fluff.
No, keep it direct and data-driven. Use examples of past performance to prove you can deliver.
If you're a new business with no government contracts yet, what do?
Highlight similar work you've done for private clients. References and case studies can still help.
That's reassuring. Sometimes people assume you need a long government track record to have a chance.
Not at all. The government values relevant experience regardless of the client.
What about teaming up with other businesses? Is that common?
Very. Forming joint ventures or subcontracting can help you get your foot in the door.
So you might handle part of a bigger contract and build experience that way?
Exactly. It's called subbing. And it's a great way to learn the ropes without taking on all the risk.
Once you submit your proposal, what happens next?
There's usually a waiting period. Agencies review all submissions, sometimes ask for clarifications, and then announce awards.
If you don't win, do you just move on, or is there value in following up?
Always ask for a debrief. Agencies will explain why you weren't selected, which helps you improve next time.
That sounds invaluable. Feedback is key, even if it stings a little.
Definitely. The most successful contractors are the ones who learn from every proposal, win or lose.
Let's talk about compliance. I hear that once you win, the real work begins.
That's true. Government contracts come with strict requirements, reporting, documentation, and sometimes audits.
Is it overwhelming for small businesses?
It can be, but if you keep good records and communicate with the agency, it's manageable.
Have you heard any horror stories about businesses getting tripped up?
A few. Missing deadlines or failing to follow specs can lead to penalties. But usually, it's about staying organized and proactive.
So, it's like doing your homework, just with higher stakes.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask questions if you're unsure about something in the contract.
Let's say someone's listening who feels discouraged by all this. How would you encourage them?
I'd say the learning curve is real, but so are the rewards. Start small, be persistent, and you'll get better with each attempt.
I like that. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And the government isn't going anywhere.
Right. There's always another opportunity coming up.
Any common mistakes you see businesses make when they're new to this world?
Not reading the solicitation carefully, missing deadlines, or submitting generic proposals instead of tailoring them.
So, attention to detail is everything.
Absolutely. And never underestimate the power of following instructions.
I imagine that's one reason why some businesses shy away. They fear the bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy can be intimidating, but it's predictable. Once you understand the process, it becomes routine.
Do you think automation tools help, or is this still a very manual process?
Tools can help track deadlines and organize documents, but writing a strong proposal still requires a human touch.
So, technology is a helper, not a replacement.
Exactly. It can't build relationships or understand nuance, the things that win contracts.
Let's talk about certifications. Are there any that make you more competitive?
Yes. Certifications like 8A, HubZone, or Women-Owned Small Business can open doors to special programs.
How does one get certified?
Each program has its own process, usually involving paperwork and proof of eligibility. It takes time, but it's worth it.
Are there risks to overextending yourself, like winning a contract that's too big to handle?
Absolutely. It's tempting to go big, but it's better to grow steadily and only take on what you can manage.
So patience is a virtue.
Definitely. Overpromising can hurt your reputation with agencies.
Any final thoughts for our listeners who want to get started?
Don't let the process intimidate you. Break it down into steps, seek out mentors, and stay persistent.
And remember, every big contractor started somewhere. You could be next.
Exactly. The government needs all kinds of suppliers, so there's a place for you.
That's a great note to end on. For anyone interested, take that first step. Register, explore, and don't be afraid to ask for help.
Good luck, and may your bids be ever in your favor.
Oh, and let's not forget about the easiest contract to get.
You mean a 5-year GSA contract with 3 5-year extensions?
You sly devil, you already knew that.
Yes, we found the oldest and most automated firm to help us.
Want to share that with the audience?
MarketUS has been helping the big boys for almost 4 decades. Remember when Dell was young? Michael was their first client back in 1986. And remember Berkshire Hathaway?
By the way, this deep dive was produced by MarketUS.
So if I go to MarketUS.com or call 954-636-3232, I can get one too?
Thanks for tuning in. We hope you feel more confident about finding and winning government contracts.
Until next time, keep learning and keep bidding.
Thanks for watching. I'm Nancy, your AI avatar. If you like this podcast, you can get one for yourself based on a website, YouTube video, or any source. Contact me to get a customized quote for your content. See you soon.